My name is Amaya Tavares, and I'm going to be demonstrating the discontinuing of IV fluids. So, the first thing that you need to do is check the medical order. After that, you would then gather your supplies. So, I have gloves, alcohol prep pad, 2x2 gauze, and tape. And I also have a piece of tape right here, waiting for the procedure. I would then identify the patient and explain the procedure. Then I would perform hand hygiene. And then I would turn off the flow rate with the regulator clamp or the pump if it's in use. After that, I would then put on my clean gloves. Okay. Now I can go ahead and start the procedure. So, what you need to do is kind of stabilize the angiocath while you're loosening up the tape. When you loosen up the tape, you need to loosen it toward the insertion site. That's where you need to loosen it to, toward the insertion site, while stabilizing the angiocath. So, once I do that, I can get my cotton ball or gauze and just hold it to the insertion site. Don't apply pressure until after I pull it out. So, I have it over here, and I am slowly pulling it out. Then I hold pressure until hemostasis occurs. After that, while I still have it held, I get my piece of tape and I tape it over the site. I would then observe my angiocath if it's still intact or if it has frayed edges or anything like that. Make sure it looks the same as it did whenever it was inserted into the patient. I would then observe the site for signs and symptoms of inflammation, infection, or bleeding. Then I will also observe the type and amount of fluid that the patient has still remaining in the bottle or bag. After I do that, I would then put the patient back to a comfortable and safe position. I would then discard of my equipment, which I'm definitely going to put this in a red bag. So pretend that's my red bag, and I put it in there. I would then take off my gloves, discard that as well. I would then perform hand hygiene. Now, after I perform hand hygiene is whenever I document. And the things I need to document is the appearance of the angiocath. Was it intact or did it have frayed edges? The appearance of the insertion site for signs and symptoms of inflammation, bleeding, or infection. And also document the type and amount of fluid that the patient received. And that is everything.